Welcome everyone to a new video of Nimby Rails and welcome to part 43. We are already getting close to part number 50 and today I really want to finish a region between the border of the Russian enclave of Kaliningrad and the cities of Olsztyn and Elblag in Poland. The tracks around Olsztyn are done by now, and the tracks we are currently working on, at least in the timelapse, are the ones between Elblag and Braniewo via the inland route. Braniewo itself was an important border station between Germany and Russia, mostly known for the role it had for both passenger service and freight traffic connecting East Prussia with the Russian Empire. Its role in customs and cross-border trade made it a crucial hub in regional transport networks. For my Nimby Rails playthrough, it will play a less crucial role. The tracks towards the north, towards the Russian border, they are sitting empty and won't see any trains run there. It is basically a station that is only connected from the south, with 2 lines towards Elblag and 1 towards Olsztyn. The station itself isn't built yet, but I really should be building it to get this region done. So let's do it quickly, enjoy the timelapse of Braniewo station. Part of getting the region done is also to set up the lines. And there's a small problem with that. I want to wait for Gdansk to be done in the next episode to set up all the lines. Elblag will see a direct connection to Gdansk with the regional train, and I want to spread that domino effect further into these lines. So in the next episode we will set up the regional train from Gdansk to Elblag. So today is once again a day where we see no scheduling, mostly building and setting up the region, but let's continue with that and I'll show you what I had been working on. This is where we are currently sitting at. Olsztyn, already shown, has a tram network, and the station of Olsztyn has 2 new lines connected. The one to Elblag, also a little bit older, the one to Braniewo, relatively new, and the lines from Elblag to Braniewo and the line from Elblag to Braniewo, one running via the inland line, so relatively straightforward from Braniewo towards the south, connecting with the line to Olsztyn and then going into Elblag from the east, and then the reactivated line from Elblag going west and then to the north, running with 1 stop in the city and then just running through the villages along the coastline. And if I'm correct, yes. When I was setting up the line, I saw this station here. Oh, let me do that in sections. Yes. Now it also has a right name. It's quite a lot of small stops. So for example here 1800, 2800, 800, 900, 500. 1,400 people in the catchment area. So this line can see smaller trains. Here in Braniewo, I hope, no, it doesn't have walking link. There could be an issue later down the line if I use very small trains. Over here in Elblag itself, if I'm correct, let me activate the overlay, yes. There's a tram station right next to the station, so if I have small trains here, the trams will catch the demand and transfer it to Elblag itself, not to Elblag. I can't pronounce that, and I won't look it up right now. But the trams will take away a lot of the passengers from there, which means that only the passengers who need to go up to that line will also use it, and with smaller trains and a worse top speed than the main line inland, there will be more passengers on the inland line to Braniewo than on the coastal line. Besides that, Malbork station, the entire chaos is already done. The southern approach, the eastern and western approach is all done, which basically means that we can work on the next town, which I will want to do today. And I also want to work on all the stations along the way. So that is what we will do now. For example, the station that I forgot to do. But we'll work on all the stations along the way. And I won't do it as a time lapse, but I want to show you a little bit of how I actually do it. So I will do a little cut, I will do a little bit of work here, and then I will explain to you what exactly I did, why I did it that way. And yes, my goal is to at least set up Ilavar to Malbork, maybe even to Chu. Yeah, I have no clue how to pronounce that. For me as a German, I always look at these names and it's a bit of magic in them, because I have no clue how to pronounce them. But yes, that will leave me a task for the weekend, which is Chu to Gdansk and Gdansk station itself. But yes, let's jump into the building, and for you, it will be a few seconds until we meet again. So this is how I prepare the regions where I'm building. I have two examples for you. One is the open tracks, and you can see it down here. With the show existing railways mods, it's super easy to do. I'll disable it so it won't look that ugly when we get into the next bigger city. I create parts of the tracks, so when there are bridges, level crossings, stuff like that. The tracks we are working on, it's a main line, so no level crossings here. I found none of them, so I just created all the parts under the bridges. And you can see where we go through. I created the stations, put in the signals. And yeah, bridges, all that stuff. When we get onto the other side of Malbork, I created the station. Then the high-speed stations, as it's, I think, 200 kilometers an hour between the two cities. There are no real bridges or level crossings to do. With level crossings, I mean stuff like this, for example. It takes a little bit more time than just dragging everything through, but I enjoy it that way. With normal bridges and stuff like that, I like to do them first, and this is basically the layout for the big station here in the middle. So let me activate the overlay for a second. You see big station, triangle over here. A lot of work to do later down the line. So this is the approach: the main line to the south, main line to the east, main line to the north, and main line to the west. Everything prepared, and then I can build around inside of it. And over here it's also just basically dragging the tracks through. Super simple, super easy. And that way I go over the tracks twice, and it feels faster than when just starting at Malbork, for example, and work your way south with level crossings and stuff like that. It takes ages, and if you just build, just drag it through, do it faster. But this way it's faster if you do level crossings, bridges, and stuff like that to prepare. So I will build all the areas in between. This is the final progress for today. From the capital city of Poland, from Warsaw, all the way to Chu. I still have no clue how to pronounce it. Yes, I will look it up in the future for the next episode, because in the next episode we will take care of this big station in between. And then it's already time for the next episode. There we will take care of Gdansk, and hopefully in the end, or at the end of the next episode, Gdansk to Warsaw will be connected. Have a nice time, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.